Good morning. We always have to wait for the prompt from Streaming Guy. So welcome to Unity of Palmyra, where centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. We are an open and affirming community. We love you exactly as you are in all of your magnificent glory, and we're so happy that you've joined us today. If this is your first time at Unity of Palmyra, an extra special welcome. Please do join us downstairs for fellowship. We have coffee and snacks, and it's just a wonderful time to connect and to get to know each other a little bit better. So please do come downstairs after the service and join us. So let's take a moment to become fully present as we center ourselves and we ground ourselves in this now moment. For we believe and we know that this moment, in truth, is all there is. We let go of what was. We let go of what will be. We release today's to-do list. And we give ourselves the ultimate gift of being fully present. We come together with open hearts and open minds, eager to receive whatever this time together has to offer. Whatever opportunity, whatever possibility, whatever potential, we are all in. And as always, we enter into this time with so much gratitude as we say thank you for this time to come apart for a while, to come apart and remember the truth of who we are, that we are spiritual beings having a very interesting human experience. We say thank you for whatever space you are in this morning, whether you are sharing today with us in our beautiful sanctuary or you are experiencing this time through the ethers, as Myrtle Fillmore liked to say. And finally, we say thank you for one another, for this beloved community, so committed to making a difference in the world, to being that change that we wish to see within and without these walls. And so it is. Amen. So please stand. Together, may the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to hurt, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Divine Spirit. So we continue our heroes' journey this summer, and today's heroes are Myrtle Fillmore and Maya Angelou. And just as divine order struck when we were celebrating John Lewis, it happened to be the Sunday after his birthday. Today just happens to be the Sunday after Myrtle Fillmore's birthday. I love it when something we totally didn't plan comes together. So, in honor of Myrtle, we will be singing, I Behold the Christ in You. I behold the Christ in you. Here the life of God I see. I can see a great peace too. I can see you whole and free. I behold the Christ in you. I can see this as you walk. I see this in all you do. I can see it as you talk. I behold God's love expressed. I can see you filled with power. I can see you ever blessed. See Christ in you hour by hour. I behold the Christ in you. I can see that perfect one, led by God in all you do. I can see God's work is done. Let's share together in our vision. Centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. In our mission, wherever we go, we provide a welcoming community that inspires and encourages all who gather here through the teaching, sharing, and practice of universal spiritual principles. And one of the ways we practice our principles is to honor wherever you are on your hugging journey. So if you want to hug, this tells us we can bring it on in. If you're more comfortable with the handshake, we will respect that. And if you want us to leave you completely alone, we totally understand. And we will honor whatever bubble you create about yourself. Have a great time. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. Hi, I'm Stephanie. It's nice to
I
meet
am
you.
just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Okay, folks, last time. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
That's the time to come back
yeah,
to your
subtle.
seats, drum roll. All right, so some announcements. Our prayer chaplains today are Charles Lee and Linda Klein. Where are you, Linda? And Linda Klein, thank you. They're going to be holding sacred space for us throughout the service today, and they'll also be available over here in that sweet little booth in the privacy of that corner. If you want any one-on-one prayer, just please avail yourself of that. And then Charles will be leading our prayer time today during our joys and concerns. Gwen's last summer sound series is going to be this Friday, the 15th. Happy birthday, honey. At 7 p.m. So please do avail yourself of that. Our next official hug meeting is next Sunday. We did have an unofficial hug meeting last week where I went through the PowerPoint kind of outlining our entire transitional period. But next Sunday is our actual hug meeting. And for those of you new to Unity of Palmyra, it's just a very informal monthly meeting we have where we just give updates and we get ideas and we give feedback and we just have a great conversation. And of course, there's food, because if you feed them, they will come. That's right. Just a quick reminder that our picnic this year is the last Sunday of August. It is August 31st. Do not show up here. We will not be here. We will be at the Middle Pavilion on Memorial Lake, and this week we will have more information and directions for that in your weekly email. All right, I think we have a couple of announcements. Linda Raber, you want to talk about bingo? Whenever I always think B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo was his name. Oh, I'm so sorry, Linda. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Is this on? Yes, it is. I'll make this quick. Basically, we are now receiving any prizes you might have, baskets, or not tickets, but certificates for going out to eat, dining places, entertainment places, anything we can use for a prize for our bingo games. And we're asking the minimum be worth at least $35 and make it as generic as possible. So anybody in any stage of their life and living arrangements will benefit from these prizes.
Regardless of how many cats and dogs and kids they may have. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly. Or babies.
Or
Or grandbabies in the case of our congregation. The other thing is the tickets are going on sale today. They are now $25. At the door they will be $30. We are selling maximum of 60 tickets for this event because of our space downstairs. So please avail yourselves. I will be in the Rose Room after the service to sell tickets. One last announcement about that. If you are planning to come, And if you'd like a free strip of cards when you come, we are asking you to donate 3 non-perishable items, which will be donated to the caring cupboard. Any questions? What's the date? Oh, it's September 20th. Saturday, September 20th. It's an afternoon event, so we're going to start at 1. Food will be available for purchase.
And the flyer's in the weekly email. Pardon me?
Oh my gosh. I'm handing the mic back.
Yes, yes. Actually, there is a Penn State game that day. I will be trying to watch it from Sicily, where I will be on that.
That's a terrible hardship.
I feel you. Thank you so much. All right, Sarah, you have a quick announcement.
Good morning. This announcement is on behalf of Gwen. Gwen Ward is our licensed Unity teacher, and she wanted me to clarify a few things about the prayer workshop that she is holding. It will be on Wednesdays, August 20th, 27th, and September 3rd and 10th, and it will be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. It's an in-person here at the church, and she will be dealing with Unity's affirmative prayer and prayer with movement and other types of prayer. You do not have to come to all of them. You may choose 1, 2, all 4, whichever. And she is just going to explore more about prayer and the awesome energy of prayer. We hope that you'll find time to sign up for this class, and you can do that downstairs in Holy Grounds. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Miss Noel, would you read the daily word?
Good morning. Good morning. Today's word is resilient. Courageous and strong. I am resilient. Everyone who gets knocked down from time to time has the choice whether to give up or get up. Getting up and gathering the strength and desire to try again is resilience. Spiritual living helps me build it. Claiming divine ideas in prayer, engaging the power of my imagination to envision my success, and using my wisdom and will to discern the best way forward and choose it, all help me be resilient in the face of defeat or discouragement. Through the power of the Christ within, I am willing to keep trying until I succeed. I understand setbacks happen to everyone. I do not let them deter me or take a failed effort personally. I am strong and capable of doing what I set my mind to. I am resilient. Keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, be strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13.
I am home, my family is here. I feel loved by the ones I hold so dear. And when my family needs me, I promise to be there. And when I need my family, I'm lifted up in prayer.
Beloved community, we are here to pray. So I ask that you pray with me. For those of us who have concerns, we remember that there is one source and only one source, and that source cannot be stifled. That source cannot be cut off. That source is within each and every one of us. We're never separated from that source. So whatever we feel the need is today, we have. And if we don't have, we don't need it right now, but when we need it, we have it. So we share your concerns. We're family. You're not alone. For those of us who have joys, we rejoice in your joys. We share that. We jump and shout, twist and shout with you. For we are all one. We are family. And because we are family, I can see the Christ in you. You see it in me. Namaste.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are whole. Excuse me. Words, our words, realize the power of our words. Words, our words, the harm that we can do with our words. Words, our words, realize the power of our words. Oh, words, our words, the harm that we can do with our words. So let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in the Father's sight. May the words I speak touch somebody's life. I won't harm you with my words, and I'll encourage you with my words. I won't harm you, no, no, with my words, and I'll encourage you with my words. With my words. And I won't damage you with the words I speak. I'll encourage you for every good, whatever will bless you, whatever will help you, whatever will push you. Every word I choose my words to help you heal. I'll choose my words to build you up. I'll choose my words to put you forward. So let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your eyes. May the words I speak touch somebody's life.
Oh, that was beautiful. You know, a song is beautiful when we don't want to break the energy with applause. So, words are two heroes for today. I'm calling this Maya and Myrtle Day. Both understood the power of words, and these were women who found their voice. And I want you to hear their words. Go for it, Dan.
On the top, gathered ferns and mosses, the most beautiful mosses, most beautiful mosses. One I was truly pleased to find when I returned from my visit in the country Thursday, among my other mail, a letter from you. Such a correspondence would prove rather a treat than a burden to me. I shall ever feel grateful to you for contributing so much to my literary enjoyments, and for thoughts and suggestions, yes, and for a kind of sympathy I seldom meet. Last Sabbath, I had a glorious time. They sent for me to visit down in the country among my old Fairview friends, and Sunday there was a basket meeting way off in the woods. I went, and the spot was divine. Near the preacher's stand rose a great ledge of rock that overhung a small stream. It stretched for a half-mile or more. I went up on the top, gathered ferns and mosses, the most beautiful mosses. One's foot sunk down among them. Green and silver gray they were, and the most picturesque nooks and grottos. Oh, to me came the message then, from the divine spirit, more direct than through his human messengers. The good, simple-hearted country folk enjoyed seeing me enjoy it so, and confessed it was mighty nice. They saw rock and moss, listened decorously to the man of God, while I, in kind of a charmed life, was a part of all I saw, and a part of God. What have I said? But you understand me. You know there are times when we go out and seem to become a part of this great spirit of the universe. Now, I seldom dare confess to this foolish other life I keep within myself. But I couldn't live without it. And when I try to choke it out, I am the most miserable creature on earth.
And to her faith. So I want to just share some excerpts from a piece that Ellen Davenport wrote, Reverend Ellen wrote about Myrtle. And I think she gives us an interesting perspective. She says, people often suggest that Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore was the intellect and his wife Myrtle the loving heart of Unity, but those may be stereotypes. Myrtle Fillmore was brilliant, well-read and well-educated, especially for a woman of her day. She believed that women could take responsibility for their lives and choose their own thoughts and actions. Both Charles and Myrtle were deep spiritual thinkers, and both were described as warm and loving. Together they signed a handwritten covenant in 1892, dedicating themselves, our time, our money, all we have, and all we expect to have, to the Spirit of truth, and through it, to unity. So Myrtle's stories of, and her history of physical healing are pretty well known in the unity movement, and really were the foundation. Her healing ministry was the foundation for the unity movement. She had been told her entire life that she was actually, bless you, born with, I love that you sneeze while I'm talking about Myrtle's healing, that's just perfect. She was told that she was born with tuberculosis. And at 40 years old, she was told that she had 6 months to live. So that really motivated Charles and Myrtle to delve deeply into many spiritual traditions when the doctors couldn't help them. So in 1886, they heard a lecture by metaphysician E.B. Weeks, not realizing history was about to be made, and Myrtle heard them say, I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness. And Myrtle took that in energetically and spent hours every day in prayer and meditation. In another part of this DVD, this is actually the Charles Fillmore DVD that I always show during Unity 101, but they also highlight Myrtle, which is only fair given that they were co-founders. But part of her healing was the conversations that she would have with her body. She would talk to her cells. In fact, there's a Unity song, Every Little Cell in My Body. Right? Remember that one, Charles? And one of the first things she did was she apologized to her body. She apologized for mistreating it. She apologized for negative thoughts and for believing that she was terminal. So, spoiler, she lived to 86. Yeah. So she was born in 1845. Her actual name was Mary Carolyn Page. She was the 8th of 9 children. Her father called her Myrtle, and the nickname stuck. I thought this observation was pretty cool, because I think many of us experience this. She said she was a very mystical child who quietly chafed against her parents' rigid Methodism. Anybody relate to quietly chafing or not quietly chafing? She preferred to lie beside a creek where her spirit could float up to the fleecy clouds and green treetops. She promised her friends, things will hum when the new world comes out. So she read everything that she could find, including, again, an interesting observation, material intended only for boys. Apparently there was a boy section in the library and a girl section in the library. At 21, she enrolled in the literary course for ladies at Oberlin College, the first coeducational college in the United States. She received a teaching certificate and accepted a teaching position in Clinton, Missouri. So she later lived in Texas. She also met a much younger man from the Minnesota territory named Charles Fillmore, and this is fun, they courted for 3 years via letters. They just wrote each other letters for 3 years, and they married in 1881, traveled by stagecoach to Colorado, where they settled in Pueblo. So they had 3 sons. The first of their 2 sons were born in Colorado, Lowell Page and Waldo Rickert, who was basically known as Rick, and he was named after Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of the premier transcendentalist and New Thought teachers and writers and speakers of their time, and they were hugely impacted by his New Thought. Their third son, John Royal, was born in 1889. Now he was went by Royal, so you have to kind of wonder why they kept naming them and then going by their middle names. I'm just wondering that out loud. So when people asked Myrtle how she healed her body, she said that she did it by changing her thinking. Therein lies new thought, right? How can we change our thinking? So along with prayer, she also advocated pure food, exercise, and clean living, although she admitted to a lifelong sweet tooth. The Fillmores were vegetarians and teetotalers. In fact, that tradition carried on many, many, many years. It's only within the last decade that if you have a wedding at Unity Village, you're allowed to serve wine at that. So Charles noticed his wife's healing, and she assured him that he too could be healed. He had had a very serious hip injury as a child in a skating accident, and one of his legs was actually 4 inches shorter than the other, and he walked with crutches. But they said over the years, using the power of prayer and thought, Charles said his leg grew. And as an older man, he only needed a built-up shoe and a cane to get around. So word of Myrtle's healing spread, and so friends and neighbors would come to her and to Charles for what they would call mental healings. And if that sounds like science of mind, it very much is. Unity and Centers for Spiritual Living have a very much aligned belief in healing and in the power of thought. So they also started writing periodicals. So publishing has always been a huge part of the Unity movement. Because they were flooded with so many letters asking for help, they just started putting out little pamphlets to basically send the pamphlet off as an answer to it. And then in 1890, she established the Unity Prayer Ministry as the Society for Silent Help. And of course, we know now that that is Silent Unity, which now responds to 1.3 million requests for prayer each year. And keeping up with the times, you can write a letter, you can phone, or you can go to the website. So the writing that we have for Myrtle, much of it is her correspondence. People would write her letters and she would respond in letters. And so 2 books, Myrtle Fillmore's Healing Letters and How to Let God Help You, is actually a compilation of those letters. So one of the first actions that Charles and Myrtle took to establish Unity was to publish Modern Thought, which became Unity Magazine. So they wanted to share what they were learning. One of the things I personally love about Myrtle was her love for children. And that love showed up starting in 1893 when she started a magazine called We Wisdom, and it was published for 98 years. At one time, it was the longest running children's magazine in America, and Myrtle was its editor for the first 29 years. That's commitment. So she used the magazine to teach the New Thought principles to the kids, and she used stories and games and puzzles and poems. Her 3 sons contributed. She would basically survey them and say, what do you think about this? Or, do you understand what I'm saying here? And I loved her mission. And as I was reading it, I thought, well, that's kind of just a mission for ministry in general, not just children. She said, the mission of We Wisdom is not to entertain the children, but to call them out. She wrote, to be always entertained is to be dwarfed and dependent. To be called out is to follow the harmonious law of the soul's unfoldment. That kind of summarizes what a practice that many of us ministers ascribe to, which is we are called to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. Right? So I think that's what she's saying here. Our job is not to entertain. It is to call out. And I think what she means by call out is call forth. right? To call forth. Many Unity churches in the beginning of the movement also house Montessori schools. And if you're familiar at all with the Montessori movement, it is absolutely about not pouring into the child, but calling forth from the child their innate gifts, their talents, who they are. She said that people would write to her and ask for parenting advice. And she said she sympathized with parents, but by and large, she told them to back off. She said, see your children as eagerly growing souls. See them as individuals, unfolding their own faculties and powers, individually doing that which seems to them best at the moment. She had no patience with parents who pushed their children or criticized them for being overweight or stubborn. Why, dear, he has a right to be stubborn if others keep at him too persistently. He must release his own powers and be permitted to try them out unprompted much of the time. Let God work within him, she said. So again, they were vegetarians. They grew their own fruits and vegetables on what at the time was called Unity Farm. This is a predecessor to Unity Village. Her son, Rick, was a self-taught architect, and he designed many of Unity Village's buildings. Here's a fun little tidbit. Myrtle didn't really like to cook. Yeah, I know. So Charles was very close to his mother, Myrtle's mother-in-law, and so whenever they moved, Charles's mother would move with them, and that included Unity Village. And so when Rickert designed his parents' beautiful cottage, now called the Arches at Unity Village, he deliberately omitted a kitchen. There was no kitchen in Charles and Myrtle's home. The kitchen was in the mother's home right across the road, and so their mother did all the cooking for the family, his mother. I know, right? Like that, yeah, it would make him my favorite son, I think, at that point. Yeah, so, yes, and your favorite mother-in-law, I know, right? So one of the stories about Myrtle, and I'll close out Myrtle with this, was that she died in 1931. And the story is that there was nothing wrong with her, but she decided that she had finished her work on earth. And she seemed to float out of her body the way she had as a little girl, watching the clouds. So there was an account from one of the writers for Weekly Unity, and this was her observation. She said, not long before her passing, she climbed 4 flights of stairs to reach the writer's office, where she made a sunny, smiling visit. As always, she was in the best of spirits, a characteristic that made her visits to various departments of the school a delight and a benediction. Isn't that an interesting turn of phrase? During her visit, she remarked that she wanted a change. That's fine, the writer asked. What kind of change? Myrtle replied, I believe that it would be easier for me to do the work that is ahead of me from the invisible plane. Oh, you mustn't do that. We need your help, your inspiration, your spiritual guidance here. She said, you know that you will have that anyway. As was her custom, she went to her lovely country home in Unity Village to spend the weekend with her family, where she quietly and peacefully lay down to rest and serenely slipped out into the realm that lies just beyond the senses. So Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of the Unity Movement. Our second hero for today is Maya Angelou, and I think it was so perfect that the daily word for today was resilient, because this woman defined resilient. She was a poet, a dancer, a singer, an activist, and a scholar. She was a world-famous author. She was best known for her unique and pioneering autobiographical writing style. She was born on April 4th, 1928. Her name was Marguerite Ann Johnson. Her nickname came from her older brother, Bailey, who Maya was Maya's sister. Right? My sister. So she became Maya. Because of her parents' kind of unstable marriage and divorce, she went to live with her paternal grandmother in Stamps, Arkansas, at a very early age. At about the age of 7, she went to live with her mother and was sexually abused and raped by her mother's boyfriend. He was jailed very briefly, which was very upsetting to the family, and when he was released, he was killed. And it was believed that the menfolk of Maya's family did the killing. Now, what happened because of that, she was so traumatized by both the rape and him being killed, she blamed herself for him being killed. She said it was my voice that got him killed. And so she did not speak for 6 years. So during that time, again, she was back with her grandmother, we kind of want to say thank goodness, in Arkansas, and she became a voracious reader and writer of stories and poetry. She wasn't talking, so she was expressing herself through her writing. And she said Maya had said she credits a teacher and friend of her family, Mrs. Bertha Flowers, with helping her to speak again. Because Bertha said to her, "You do not love poetry, not until you speak it." And that encouraged Maya to once again find her voice and use her words. So she loved Shakespeare, she loved Poe, she would write essays and poetry. Right about at the start of World War II, she moved back with her mother, who this time was living in Oakland, California. She attended George Washington High School. She took dance and drama classes at the California Labor School. She applied to join the Women's Army Corps. However, her application was rejected because of her involvement in the California Labor School, which was said to have had communist ties. I want to hear a gasp from you. Oh, yeah. So determined, this is again, resilient and determined, despite being only 15 years old, to get a job, she decided to apply for the position of a streetcar conductor. I know, right? Because many of the men were now leaving to go fight, first in Europe and then in Japan, they were allowing women to fill jobs that men traditionally had done. But she was also barred from applying, not just because she was a woman, but because she was a black woman. But she was persistent. Every day for 3 weeks, she requested a job application. And every day she was denied. Finally, the company relented and handed her an application where she promptly lied about her age and said she was 19. She was accepted for the position and became the first African-American woman to work as a streetcar conductor in San Francisco. She was employed for a while, but then she decided to go back to school. In 1944, she gave birth to her only child, Clyde Bailey Johnson, and he also became an author and a poet and went by Guy. She was only 17. After graduation, she took a bunch of odd jobs to support herself and her son. If you want to hear more about how interesting some of those odd jobs were, reach The Caged Bird. She was also noted for her talents as a singer and a dancer, particularly in calypso and cabaret styles. If you see some of the pictures of her in her calypso getup, it is quite fun. In the 50s, she performed professionally all across the US and Europe and Northern Africa. In 1950, African-American writers in New York City formed the Harlem Writers Guild to nurture and support the publication of Black authors, and she joined the Guild in 1959. She was also very active in the civil rights movement and served as the Northern coordinator of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. In 1969, she published I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, an autobiography of her early life. This incredibly vulnerable book was nominated for the National Book Award. Interestingly, apparently book banning is nothing new. The book was banned in many schools for its very frank depiction of sexual abuse, but it is credited with helping others tell their stories of their own abuse. It's been translated into numerous languages and has sold over 1 million copies worldwide. She also wrote many poems. She read one of her poems on the pulse of the morning, for which she won a Grammy for Best Spoken Word, and delivered it at President Bill Clinton's inauguration in 1993. She carried out a wide variety of activities on stage and screen as a writer, actor, director, and producer. In 1972, she was the first African-American woman to have her screenplay turned into a film with the production of Georgia, Georgia. She also earned a Tony nomination in 1973 for Look Away, and she portrayed Kunta Kinte's grandmother in the television miniseries Roots in 1977. So she died on May 28, 2014. Many memorials were held to honor her incredible contribution. And in 2015, the U.S. Postal Service issued a stamp with her likeness on it. You know you've made it when you're on a stamp. In 2010, President Barack Obama awarded Maya Angelou the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the country's highest civilian honor. And it was said that it was a fitting recognition for her remarkable and inspiring career in the arts. She was an incredible woman. She was resilient and persistent and courageous. And I want you to hear her own words.
The issues which face us all are not just how to survive. Obviously, we are doing that somehow. But really how to thrive. Really. Thrive with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. This poem is called And Still I Rise. Now, every person in this auditorium has gone to sleep one night or another, or gone to bed one night or another with fear or pain or loss or terror, unhappiness, grief, insecurity, and yet each of us has awakened, arisen, seen another human being and said, "Morning, how are you?" "Fine, thanks, and you?" Now, wherever that abides, whether it's behind the kneecap or in the bend of the elbow or between the teeth, wherever that is, lives, there we will find our nobleness. Not nobility, I think that's a pompous word, but the nobleness of the human spirit, that we rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just because I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just because I laugh, as if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance? As if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs. Out of the huts of history's shame I rise, up from a past rooted in pain, I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling and bearing in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, wow. There I go.
Reading it. So these women found their voice, and they used their words to inspire and to encourage and to, as Myrtle would say, call us out, to encourage us to show up courageously, resiliently, brilliantly, and make a difference in the world. Let's take that into meditation.
We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're part of me. We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're part of me. My heart is open to love. My heart is ready to love you. You can change the world, one heart at a time. You can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're part of me. My heart is open to love. My heart is ready to love you. We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world.
So I invite you to breathe in deeply and feel the air flow all the way down through your chest and your belly and your legs. Feel it move through the bottom of your feet down into the earth, into the mother that loves and supports us. And then on the next inhale, feel the air moving back all the way up until it floats out of the top of your head, connecting with the air, the spirit, the power that we swim in. And as we continue to breathe, observing the in and the out, and how effortless that is. We take our next breath into our heart space. We feel it rest there, warming and softening and expanding that center of wisdom and compassion and courage and strength. And as we call upon those qualities in our own life, we observe them in their fullness in today's heroes. These intelligent, courageous, powerful women who used the power of their words, who used their eloquence to encourage, to inspire, to call out, and to empower us. Not to follow behind, not to trod the path already worn, but to bring who we are in our uniqueness, our specific gifts and talents, to bring all of that to the world. Following their example, we use our words not to harm, not to break down, not to beat up, but to call forth. As we become the inspirers, the empowerers, the courageous, resilient, persistent ones. Maya and Myrtle found their voice. And their voice and their world changed the world. One heart, one mind, one life at a time.
I can change the world, one heart at a time. You can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world.
So this is the time of our service where we no longer collect an offering. We trust that you can find the basket in the back of the room if you have any paper to contribute, or as you can send whatever you want to send through the ethers. That is the time where we say thank you for your ongoing generosity, for your incredible contributions of your time, your talent, and your treasure in support of the very important work of this community. We are so incredibly grateful. Thank you.
Some days life feels perfect, other days it just ain't working. Good, the bad, the right, the wrong, and everything in between. It's crazy, it's amazing, we can turn our heart to the words we say. Mountains crumble with every syllable, hope can live or die. So speak life, till the deadest, darkest night. Speak life, when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the, watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope, speak love. You speak life, oh, 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 oh. Speak life, oh, 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 oh. Some days the tongue gets twisted, other days my thoughts just fall apart. I do, I don't, I will, I won't. It's like drowning in the deep. Well, it's crazy to imagine words from my lips as the arms of compassion. Mountains crumble with every syllable, hope can live or die. So speak life, to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life, when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken heart, watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope, speak love. You speak life, oh, 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 oh. You speak life, oh, 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 oh. Lift your head a little bit higher, spread the love like it's a fire. Hope will fall like rain when you speak life with the words you say. Raise your thoughts a little bit higher, use your words to inspire. Joy will fall like rain when you speak life with the things you say. So speak life, through the deadest, darkest night. Speak life, when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken heart, watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope, you speak love, you speak life, oh, 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 oh. 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 Some days feels like perfect.
Wow. I think it's funny, one of the lines is not being tongue-tied. You did that beautifully without being tongue-tied. That was a lot of words in that song. So I was reminded of when I was doing my coaching training 20 years ago, and we were learning how to work with group energy. And one of the things Maria Nemeth said was, when you speak into the space, are you contributing to the space, or are you subtracting from the space? Are you improving on the energy in the space, or are you lowering the energy in the space? And that speak life. When we speak life, we are giving the space energy. We are filling the space with life and truth and power. Right, so let's focus on speaking life. All right, let's stand and share in our unity blessing. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in each and every one of you. I think we still have a teeny tiny little bit of flame here that I'm going to put out. And then we'll refill the oil this week. Together, we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
I stand for love, I stand for peace, I stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you. You know our world is in great pain. Needs our loving care again. But there are those who fail to see what we have done and what we need. There is a cost for every act, and now there is no turning back. We burn a bridge, we bang a drum. It's time to rise, the time has come. If you're thinking it's not urgent, that we've got more time to kill, if I'm not the one who'll change things, then for heaven's sake, who will? So I will move, and I will climb that mountain one step at a time. I won't be swayed, I will not stop until we've made it to the top, where we will stand for love and peace. We'll stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. We'll stand for hope, we'll stand for you, for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you.
And our closing prayer is inspired by the prayer for protection. As the light of God we shine, as the love of God we embrace, as the power of God we stand in truth, as the presence of God we radiate love. Wherever we are the divine in expression, and all is well with our souls. So go forth this week and use your voice and your words to bring life to a world that so desperately needs it right now. We love you so much. Have a wonderful week. Please come downstairs and share in some fellowship time with us. Bye-bye, our YouTube and Facebook friends. We love you. Have a wonderful week, and thanks for joining us.